The history of humankind is filled with fascinating and sometimes bewildering facts that highlight just how diverse and complex our journey has been. One such interesting fact involves Cleopatra, the famous queen of Egypt. While many think of her as an Egyptian, Cleopatra was actually of Macedonian Greek descent. She was the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, a dynasty that began with Alexander the Great's general, Ptolemy. Another historical curiosity involves the Great Emu War of 1932 in Australia. This peculiar event saw Australian soldiers armed with machine guns waging war against emus that were destroying crops. Surprisingly, the emus proved to be more difficult to combat than anticipated, leading to a rather humiliating retreat for the soldiers. Moving on to the medieval period, did you know that carrots were originally purple? It wasn't until the Dutch developed the orange variety in the 17th century as a tribute to William of Orange that the vegetable gained its now common hue. The famous Trojan War also has an interesting angle. While widely considered a mix of myth and history, some scholars believe that the war could have stemmed from economic and political rivalry rather than the famed cause of Helen's abduction. One of the most profound effects on our modern world comes from the invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg in the mid-15th century. This invention revolutionized the spread of information, making literature and scholarly texts accessible to a much larger audience, and laying the groundwork for the subsequent scientific and cultural advancements in Europe known as the Renaissance. Lastly, let's not forget about an intriguing wonder from the ancient world, the Lighthouse of Alexandria. Built by the Ptolemaic Kingdom between 280 and 247 BC on the island of Pharos, it was considered one of the tallest man-made structures in the world for many centuries and served as a prototype for all subsequent lighthouses.